Hi everyone, I'm sharing with you the making of this cool shorts that I've recently made by copying the short that I already have in my wardrobe. So this is a ready to wear shorts, has a elasticated back. The way that I copy is I put this one leg into another and then making as if it has just one leg, and then copy the front part and back part as I'm sewing. So to copy it, I pin the back part into the fabric. The fabric is double layered, so I have two back pieces. So this is how I copy it. I'm making slightly bigger. One thing you have to be careful with elasticated back is you have to make sure the elastic is considered when you copying it, so you stretch it out and copy it. If you want to make exact fit, then you'll have to be very exact with the fitting, but I'm making slightly bigger, so I don't worry too much about the fit. Once I have a rough outline of how that fits, I'll draw it down and then I'll add to the fit. I do not add to the crotch because that's the most important part that needs to be fitted. I add some fabric to the sides so that it can be adjusted. If I need a bigger size, I can have that. I'm not too worried about the length because it can be hemmed and made shorter if needed. I'm adding some amount to the front as well. The front would be slightly smaller in length than the back, but be exact with the crotch curve so that it can be fit in your crotch properly. So now you connect the two front pieces together, two back pieces together, stitch the side seam and also stitch the crotch seams together. This is how it's looking so far. It's coming together very nicely. As I said, the length of it had to be adjusted because I didn't take care of it in the beginning. So I have laid it out and then cut so that the length is even. Now onto the waistband. I just measure the waistband circumference of the short, and then I'll have cut the 3-inch wide waistband and then pin it together to the waistband. It is quite easy to change the elastic through these ones, so I always make it the waistband like these. So you sew it right sides together to the shorts, and I leave a little bit of opening, disconnecting the downside, but opening the upper part of the waistband so that I can chain the elastic through to these. These will be elasticated shorts. So that's how I chain the elastic through. Once the elastic is through, I'll just see if it is fitting well, and I'll just overlap the elastic together and sew it down, and I'll close off the opening. I love to do it this way as I can change the elastic if it's needed later, or make the elastic shorter if it's needed. I'm closing off the opening because I am happy with the fit of the elastic. This is how it was looking before the elastic was added. I'm adding patch pockets to these shorts. So I'm adding just a rectangular piece of fabric. Here I've cut it in two pieces. So these will be the shorts. I'll hem the four sides of the um, rectangular piece of fabric, which will be our patch pockets. I zigzag stitch because the fabric that I'm using was fraying a lot. I've also used one side of it raw, like the raw piece, so that I can add some design element to it. I love using selvages. This is how I make the patch pockets. It's quite easy. So you pin it together to the front side of the shorts and then you sew it down. I'll show you detailed process of sewing these together. The other option of showing the patch pockets would be to show it before you show the front and back together. That would be easier, but I like to do it this way because I am happy with the fit of the short and I'm happy where I'm adding the patch pockets to. If I do it before I show the front and back together, the sizing and the placement of pocket could be different, but that's how I do it. I'm not a trained sewist, or I am not trained at all. I've taught myself sewing, so please let me know if you have any feedback. Once you sew these together and you move on to another patch pocket, and then your shorts will be done. Just the hemming to be done and the shorts will be ready. The shorts were a little bit longer, so I hemmed it and made a little bit shorter. This is how it's looking. I am in love with the patch pockets and I love it, the fit.